Over the next few minutes, you'll hear a curated sequence of moments where creators discuss legal actions involving Britney, including attorney outreach, cease and desist letters, alleged takedowns, and talk of platform/legal strategy. These are the speaker's words, clipped for brevity. Links to the full streams and exact timestamps are in the description. This compilation is presented for documentation and commentary. Allegations are unverified unless otherwise noted. Please don't use this video to target or harass anyone.
You make your decision on that.
Right. Well, you know, there's a few things at hand, and I know my understanding, despite me not being live and, you know, cause of all things, is that Craigie Poo said, I'm going to have some more lawsuits coming my way. And he also said that my channel will be removed. So my understanding from what Britney and Craig have stated is that they're paying this attorney to remove people's YouTube channels, which is absolutely disgusting, because I had the opportunity and I said I would never have her channel removed. As much as I despise her, I wouldn't go that low. But that is your goal.
Yeah, but
thank you, Shelby.
She is causing more people to review. I got recommended a random guy who I've never heard of before start reviewing her.
Me too.
I mean, like, I'm getting all these random people I've never heard of in this community start reviewing her. It's because she's causing this. She's causing a Streisand effect where people who are outside.
But she won't accept that end all be all for why all these people are reviewing her. Yet ironically, I'm the only one not. Yeah, but I'll take the biggest hit for it, right? Like, I'll be honestly, the target for it.
If I was you,
I can't fucking take it.
If I was you, I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I would just review the bitch all the time and just make money from it, and just basically put that.
Why not?
You know what I mean? Just why the fuck not? You're being accused of it. Just do it. I'm just saying, if everyone else is reviewing,
petty,
and you know, they could say, well, this person took down my business. And interfered with my business, and they can bring a litigation. Even though I don't know if they would win or not. I have no clue, but you could sue for anything, but you're just basically allowing them to have an ability to sue you for something like that. That's why I like.
Right. What I'm trying to do is preemptively protect my channel from being falsely removed. And that's pretty much where my focus is, aside from
$7,500 this lawyer BJ, just so that she could send cease and desist out and shit like that.
No, so that in cease and desist and guarantee channel removals.
Yeah, but like
that any of you can be a victim of. If it's that easy, I can go to my attorney today and say, hey, can you do me a favor? Here's 4 or 5 clips of this channel. Can you send this to YouTube and have them removed? It is an unfair thing to do. And I'm shocked that, again, any creator will sit back and support it. And then I wonder, well, why am I one of the fucking targets? I'm not even restreaming you. You all have the power to reach out to Team YouTube. You can all tweet them over on Twitter. You can email them yourselves. You all have the same power. I'm not putting a bigger target on my back. I'm not. I'm sorry. Respectfully, I've taken enough hits. Let somebody else do it.
Oh, I'm just saying.
She can demonstrate. She's not starting litigation. Straight talker. She can start litigation. Sorry, because I seen straight talk. I was going to respond, and then I seen the second comment. I'm sorry. Let me just say really quick. It's not that we're giving Britney the power. It's that Britney's giving this attorney the power, right? And she's not threatening to start litigation. She's threatening this for $7,500. This man's going to send out a few cease and desist. Then he's going to take those cease and desist along with 4 or 5 clips and send it to Team YouTube with a guaranteed channel removal.
Well, the problem with that is to oblivion. Because
this is what's going to happen. I'll tell you what's going to happen, B-Tim. If my channel gets removed, it's going to be brought up in the courts in PA as punitive damages. I'm going to take that ruling, already have that ruling ready to go via my attorney to YouTube Team Legal, whatchamacallits, to preemptively protect my channel. But if Britney does do that, she is opening herself up, and I will get my channel back. Because it will be targeted, and it was already deemed via the courts in Pennsylvania that I am not defaming, nor harassing, nor doing any of the things that she claims I'm doing. And then what's going to happen, Britney, is all of these people and all of our subscribers are then going to send forth your best moments. They're going to then retain a $2,000 attorney and send back your best moments to Team YouTube. And guess what? We're all fucking down. It's a lose-lose situation. Come up with a new plan. I'll tell you what the best plan is, Britney. and I know you're listening, mark my words on this date. The best plan for you going forward is to stop accusing me of things, and I'll stop mentioning you. You don't mention me, I don't mention you. I guarantee you can't fucking do it. Bet you I could. That's all it would take. Stop poking. Stop accusing me of things. I'm not the reason you're in Kiwi Farms. I'm not the reason you're being reviewed every day. I'm not the cause of all your hardships. I'm not the reason you're insecure. I'm not the reason you're miserable. I'm not any of the things. I'm not putting your children in danger. I'm not looking to financially drain you. I'm simply trying to clean up my name, my reputation, and get my life back on track from what you've done to me. Now stop.
Period.
Fuck, I might have to go for a restraining order at this point. I can't fucking take it. So, Penny, my understanding is she's not just paying for cease and desist. She's paying for cease and desist, and then they're going to take the cease and desist that they send, along with 4 or 5 clips of alleged bullying, and send it off to Team YouTube with a guarantee of channel removals. That's my understanding of it. Hey, Greg. And continue to sit there and act like you're a victim, but then get all giddy at the idea that you may get money from YouTube because you're so bullied. You sign up to their platform. You have the capabilities, if you feel something's violating TOS, to report that. You don't get to jump all of those mechanisms that were put in place and go straight to paying an attorney for channel removals. It just won't go the way she's thinking it will.
So
a slimy way.
Yeah, and you can send 5 or 6 clips that are literally, saying anything out of context. And it sounds like that's exactly what he's doing. And that's a problem with a lawyer.
Doing what? With a lawyer? No, I have not.
Like literally hiring a lawyer just to contact YouTube Legal. With no paper trail.
No, I've never heard of it. Usually
I just want to come on just for a second and update you because I just got off the phone with Tom. And Granny, I just wanted to say this publicly. Nick and anybody besides the attorney Lesniak is not to be communicating with Tom King. And there will be an email sent to Lesniak today in regards to that. So whoever sent that email, One World, whatever department, whether it was Nick or Hong or one of their little basement nerds down there, what you did was actually wrong. So...
Like, let's say YouTube Legal, she turns me in, right? And turns in 5 or 6 clips. They're not going to reach out to me and say, hey, does this track? They're just going to act. And that's the thing. We have all of the stuff that she's done, but we're not going to have an opportunity to present it with the way she's doing things.
That's why we got to preemptively get in front of it.
Right? She got $3,000 from she needed $5,000 to get the ball rolling. She got 3 from that fund, and she said her mods paid the first $2,000. So there's the 5.
And then my attorney can reach out to her attorney and say, hey, look, this is what you're doing. Do you recognize it? Or, whatever, if he decides to do something of that sort. And then this will be presented to the judge of Pennsylvania as well for punitive damages and a countersuit. So no matter what, at the end of the day, she's going to have to answer for everything. And that's whether I have a voice on here or not. I don't think it's going to go in favor. I don't. I think that a lot of people are not going to like the idea because, again, then there's going to be other creators in other sectors that say, oh, fuck going through YouTube, fuck going through the court system. I'm going to retain this attorney for a couple thousand and have every channel I dislike taken down. Yeah.
Well, her lawyer is representing Brian McKnight, the R&B singer, in a case right now in California, which I thought was interesting, and that's defamation.
How's he practicing out of California if he's in North Carolina? Maybe he's licensed there too.
He got special permission, and I read the docket.
Just to tell you all, he does advertise. He writes, protect yourself from online defamation and seek justice. If you are struggling with the damage and effects of internet defamation or are dealing with the fallout from an influencer's damaging false claims, take action today. He does advertise that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've thought about.
I don't encourage anybody to call either. I'm just telling you what they found out. So they found out that it was a $5,000 retainer for C&Ds, and it was a $7,500 flat fee for getting creators taken off the platform that are harassing.
That's a very small
It sounds very unethical. Right. Because the person's doing all the legwork, right? Providing him with everything. And all he's doing is writing up an email, attaching these clips and sending it to YouTube Legal. So you're literally paying for his connection or something.
My neighbor just passed the bar. Should I just have her go write a letter? And
Grief. That's all it takes, honestly.
Yeah,
apparently that's all it takes.
He told these people that called that he doesn't do it through the court system. So he's working off YouTube's terms of service, not the law. So if he presents
which,
how he
again,
said
is questionable practice.
Like if I present clips to YouTube Legal that they're not enforcing their toss, he's saying I can get them to just remove it right there on the spot. And what happens to a creator is they'll just get an email and say you're taken down. No explanations. You won't get a chance to respond and give your side because it's not court.
I would definitely send the letter first on my behalf, even if it was sent by me.
How serious they take, emails from people that aren't lawyers.
I know, but when I said that, I did not want your people to think I meant, please call me and let me write your letter for you.
Lynn is here. Can Lynn come up?
Which makes me wonder if he's a trusted flagger with YouTube who's abusing and selling that privilege. That's just a thought of mine. I just can't fathom.
If what somebody was told is correct and it's $5,000 for C&Ds, okay, I think that will be the first step. And I'm sorry, but this to me, along with everything else we saw and the timeline of it, reeks of a certain organization.
But wait a minute, there's a piece of that you're missing, Cletus. So with the C&D, since they're 5,000, he says he's prepared that those C&Ds are not going to be obliged by, that they're going to be ignored. So he gets that $5,000 retainer because he's prepared to take it all the way, he said. So he goes to the C&D.
So he's going to take the C&D and the clips to Team YouTube Legal and say, this is where we're at.
Well, not only that, he said that he could, for a C&D going to court, he's prepared to go all the way to court with the C&D if someone doesn't follow it. That's why it's so much, because a C&D is nothing. You can write your own.
He has no idea. He has no idea what he's doing then.
He's asking for $5,000 and saying, I'm prepared to go all the way through if they, because I don't think they're going to shut up when I send the C&D. Then he also told the other person when he goes to YouTube Legal that they also will get a C&D, but they won't be able to talk anyway because they won't have a channel.
I mean, that's all I wish I could be more, definitive and strong on one side or the other. It's just that, so to answer your question, I don't know for certain exactly what their process is, Jay, but in my experience, for one thing, they do not get involved in civil matters, and they would consider, poopy words.
How many do you have?
I would encourage every subscriber, everybody on this app to consider the impact and the reach this could have, because channel owners are not just people that put content out. They're also commenters. And if
that's the thing, right? So
if a content creator can have their channels removed that easily, so can subscribers.
Right, and subscribers can also have channels removed that easily too, like Alabama Mama. For the many times Britney has shouted at her from panel, she can retain this guy to do the same, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a double-edged sword, Britney, that will come back, and it's not a door to open. It's silly to do. But I believe the C&Ds will go out simply for them to attach to Team YouTube Legal to say, hey, we did this, but they continued this. It's at minimum, I've spoken with my attorney. I'll just say that much. We're prepared.
Good. Yeah. I mean, I do think that the best way to handle this is to have,
there's no criminal activities at play. There's no legalities at play. There's simply hurt feelings that, again, a court recognized were not defamatory nor bullying or harassment. So yeah, what he's doing, if what's being portrayed is true, at minimum will have real impacts for him as well, is what I'm saying. It's not acceptable practices of a morally sound attorney, in my opinion.
Listen to this. This is just 2 lines, all right? No provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be treated as the publisher or speaker of any information provided by another information content provider. That is Section 230 of the United States Communications Act of 1996. There are
can be in on the meeting, and they said in the fall, and just as fiance reminded me yesterday, it is now technically the end of August. It's near fall. All of a sudden, this one's got an attorney and going up the ladder to YouTube, right? I mean, I do see what he's talking about.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying, like, YouTube legal is different than going in a court of law, right? And that's what that lawyer kept explaining, was that we're not going by defamation law. We're not going by the law definition. We're going by the YouTube terms of service definition on harassment and bullying.
Which is why we got to get louder. And the only thing to do from each channel owner, I've done my steps, is each of you needs to email Team Legal, make them aware of the threats coming directly out of Britney and Craig's mouth, make them aware of this attorney and his guarantees, and let them know, hey, this is what can I do to preemptively protect myself from this oncoming attack to my freedom of speech, and let YouTube know that it's an attack on your freedom of speech and you won't take it lightly. Because I'm telling you, I've spoken to my attorney about this, and there are actions that can be taken if it is successful in what they're attempting. No, you go ahead, Jay. You know more than I.
He has mentioned taking down people on X as well. And he said that he deals with multiple platforms. So I think he told one of the girls that he actually has taken someone down on X, and you to get those papers and your channel to be gone. So as soon as they're paid, he's rolling the ball.
If I had 7,500 right now, I'd retain him before her. 5 more that have all been downloaded.
Yep.
The only thing I would be nervous about is if action is taken unilaterally. Meaning that, a lawyer can go to YouTube and YouTube goes, okay, I'll take the channel down, and doesn't contact the channel holder and get their side of the story. And that's exactly why they don't get involved in these cases. They don't want to get both sides.
If she goes down that road and she sends C&Ds, give her exactly what she wants. Let her see how long that lasts. Because I can guarantee you it won't last 3 days.
I would agree with that. She don't make no money unless she's doing drama.
Right.
Watch her numbers.
Send C&Ds. If everybody iced her out, it wouldn't last a week before she gets on there having some kind of fucking meltdown, blaming people for shit that nobody has even.
Yeah, but the problem is, Cletus, like last night, nobody was
saying that,
watching her, right?
If this is what he's saying, that C&Ds are being served, you don't have to serve a cease and desist. It's not a court document. It's a preliminary legal document. Right. It's just a warning on paper. That's all it is.
Well, he doesn't understand it anyway, because he keeps saying that we want to know what our charges are. You're not charging us with anything. You can't.
I can't wait till you get them papers and see what charges are. Y'all just want to know what the charges are.
Right. I can tell you, they're none. They're 0.
He told her that C&Ds went hand in hand with the takedowns.
Right, exactly. Of course it does.
You would think it's so that you can have on record that you asked it to stop. That's it.
Right, but for me, what's on record is that Britney asked the Pennsylvania courts for it to stop, but she kept going, and that to me speaks larger volumes than anything.
And lost.
Right. And lost to boot, but never stopped throughout. The minute she filed that declaration, up until current time, she has never shut up about me, despite the declaration. Because in the beginning, I wasn't speaking about her intentionally. And I'd make a community post and say, here she goes again, speaking on me, but she's terrified of me. Because I was documenting the many times that after this filing, she continued to poke. Because Britney needs that poke. Like Craig said the other night or last night, I don't know, because I sleep during the night like a normal person. So Britney enjoys fighting with everybody. So let's take away that power. But unfortunately, everybody has to agree
to YouTube and say they're doing things like this, but you are just as guilty. So you better understand that if you have the power to get anyone's channel down, that same person absolutely has the power to take yours. And again, I was trying to, I'm not supposed to be speaking on this, and I know why, but good job, BJ.
Well, do
like
you
I
think that
said,
this
there
bug
are
was sent to kill me?
there are
Oh my
people out
God,
there
Granny.
who will fight back, and you will run out of money before they do. I promise. So
Yeah.
I would.
Oh, yep, got it.
My question is like, I feel like personally for me, I'm okay with, for
Look, he's
me,
coming.
you know, pointing out to YouTube immediately through.
Then go right on and do it.
documents.
I don't even think it needs to be a question.
No, I know. Because like, just so Brit and then perhaps getting an attorney myself to send a letter to her attorney saying, just FYI, since she has engaged an attorney, I am currently pursuing getting her channel taken down for hate speech. So and
What's
here are
that
all the
gonna do,
examples
though?
that I'm sure that she is not providing her attorney.
But what's that going to do?
It's
I mean, she's already 2 steps ahead with this guy, if you think about it. The URLs of her using my content, because even though she's deleted those streams, they're still there. I can still claim those as my content. You know what I mean? It doesn't ever go away.
No, it doesn't.
Let's be a little bit organized in our thinking. First of all, Patricia, I actually do see you, and I saw your question. I don't personally know of anyone who has prevailed in a lawsuit against YouTube. I don't know.
I tried to find one.
Couldn't. I don't see that. But there's two, let's say this is a battle and there are 2 fronts on the battle. There's like the first battle is not allowing preventing any channels from being taken down. That's the first goal, is preventing channels from getting taken down willy-nilly. Okay. With no cause. That's the first goal, is making sure that nobody's channels can be just taken down because a lawyer says he can do it. The second battle would be, if a channel gets taken down, then what do you do? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what the thinking and the resources need to be put into preventing the channels from being taken down in the first place. And
play this out, not necessarily on this forum, but play this out. What's gonna, what would happen if a preemptive letter went out to YouTube about this?
And in my view, it would be that it is on their record so that they can look it up in case they actually do decide to get a human being involved.
Right. So
it's just there on the record.
Yeah.
But it's also things that, like, strategies that shouldn't be talked about publicly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I've always, not always, but as
with clip,
this public statement very clear for me, myself, and I'm not pro taking down channels. I disagree with it. I've stated many times, as much as I despise Britney, she has a right to be on YouTube. I don't agree with going after people's livelihoods, because I, for one, would be devastated if this was taken from me. And I've stood across the board with this. I don't agree with people going to jail. I don't agree with many things. I'm not looking to take down Britney's channel. But if my channel goes down, I will do what I need to do to protect me and mine via YouTube, via the courts, via your attorney, and via mine. That's it. That's all. So I'm not looking to strike the snake first and get her channel removed. For me personally, I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking to protect my channel, because despite Britney's opinions and her thought process, I'm not after you, Britney. I'm not after you to cause you harm. I'm simply trying to clean up the mess you've made in my life. That's it. That's all. You stop tomorrow, I stop today.
I was the only one who was named by Britney by name as somebody she's going to talk to her attorney about.
We were named by the attorney.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, the attorney literally.
You were mentioned as being added to the list. She already
Yeah.
had a list.
You
prior
were
to that.
escaped.
There was a list
We now
before
have
you
the
even
list, and
came
you're
to
not on
YouTube.
it.
Yeah, there was a
Okay.
list before you came to YouTube. I promise you that.
Her attorney named a few of us, and I'm happy to report to you, Julie, you are not on the current list. You might be on the next month's 10K goal, but luckily for this month, you may be marked.
That wraps the key moments on legal actions around Britney captured in these clips. If you have primary sources, corrections, or additional timestamps, leave them in the comments or contact the channel. Full context links are in the description. This video is for documentation and commentary, no brigading or harassment. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing if you want updates as more parts are released.